Hi everybody, Jonathon Senior here and welcome to the Funky Thinkers Duologue. A duologue is a structured conversation between two people. The free-flowing conversation is designed to give you ideas, insights and thoughts. We aim to give you thought-provoking interactions delivering a lifetime of insight. If this is your first time listening, well, thanks for coming. You can find us on Spreaker, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Facebook, TuneIn, iTunes and loads more. However you're listening, be sure to subscribe so you get your regular dose of funky goodness. And with that said, let's get on with the show. Okay, and I want you to tell me who you are, where you're from.
Oh, hi there. My name's Harry Kalymnios. I am from London, England.
London, England. Now, I went to somewhere and I had a Union Jack t-shirt on. And a guy shouted, "Oh, that guy's got the London flag on his shirt." So I always think, when people say London, England, they always say that.
Yeah. Well, there's London, Canada.
London, Ontario, yeah.
London, Ontario, isn't it? Yeah, so there's a few Londons, because I know you've got an international audience, so just to make it clear, although my accent hopefully should give it away as well.
Yeah. Interesting. Maybe North Americans who maybe don't pick up the difference in British accent, maybe you could kind of write in or tweet in or something with what you reckon is the difference between myself and Harry.
Couple hundred miles.
About, a couple 100 miles, yeah. Harry, do you want question set A or set B?
I'll let you choose.
Let me choose. Well, I'm going to go for set B.
All right.
So, Harry, what made you jump out of bed this morning and go, yeehaw?
Other than obviously coming onto this podcast, it's a glorious sunny day. I find it so much easier to get out of bed when it's sunny and just enjoying the day really and getting out into the sun. So that's what got me up today.
Do you find that sun or the weather affects your productivity?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, well, I talk about the sun as part of the things I talk about, to be honest, and light and light therapy, because it makes a massive difference. And like this winter, I took it upon myself to buy one of those SAD lights to brighten up my mornings, because it's so important to get like at least 15-20 minutes of sunlight on your skin and on your eyes each day. It's first thing in the morning as well, because it sorts you out for the day. Yeah. And I don't often do that because I work from home, so sometimes I might not leave the house till like 11 a.m. So I bought one of these lamps and I use that at like 7 a.m. and that's been brilliant. Yeah.
So what does that do? I mean, what is it, like some kind of gamma radiation type thing that you...
Yeah, not quite. It doesn't give me the Hulk's powers, but it certainly brightens, it stimulates the production of cortisol, so it wakes you up and gets you ready for the day. It helps you with your sleep as well later on at night. So I've been using that, and then the last couple of years as well in the winter, I've been using like a daylight alarm clock. So that basically gradually wakes you up, like over a period of about 30 minutes. Rather than like the alarm waking you up, the lights slowly start to come on. So light has been really important in terms of getting up, and then that will make you more productive and more alert.
So the light alarm, what is that? Is that in the middle of winter when it don't come, for American people, it doesn't come light over here in the middle of winter while 8 o'clock, 8:30?
Yeah.
So the light just gradually comes on? Yeah,
because we should be waking up. Like if you think about how we would have woken up with nature, we would have woken up with like the sunrise. Yeah. But now, because it's so dark in the winter and we don't get light obviously here till maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock if at all. Yeah. And so it becomes really hard to get up. And we should really be sleeping in the winter anyway and getting up earlier in the summer, but we tend to get up the same time all year round because of work and everything.
Yeah.
And so having that has really helped. And actually it still helps in the summer for me, because I have a complete blackout room. So even in the summer, because I'm super sensitive to light. So it used to be that like 4 a.m. comes, I'd wake up as soon as like the first photon of light enters the room. Now, yeah, exactly. I'll be awake. I mean, I can fall back to sleep again, but I'd rather have that complete rest. So I've got like complete blackout in my room, which means even at like 8, 9 in the morning when it's bright sunshine outside, you would never be able to tell that in my room. So I still use it in the summer as well. And then I just take the blackout and I get the natural sunlight straight away. So I don't use the SAD lamps as much.
There was a thing, I saw a thing, it might have been a while since, a lady or a gent or whatever had gone into some kind of cave or some kind of sealed room, not a cave, but some kind of sealed room, and said, okay, go to sleep when you're tired and wake up when you want to.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the period of time, tell us how long you think you've been in there. And she got it massively wrong because, like you say, we're forced into that thing of getting up at this time, going to bed at that time.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I think that there was some sort of experiment like that where they took a bunch of people, but because our natural circadian rhythm is not 24 hours, it's like 24.5, or sometimes even a bit longer, you'll get out of sync. And we need things like external stimulus, like sunlight, to reset to a 24-hour period. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me. You'd have no idea if you were.
No idea. And I think that's the first conversation I've had about this type of thing, which is interesting. What makes you roll your eyes every time you hear it?
I guess I don't have time. No one has time. I mean, everyone has got 24 hours in a day, whether you're, the president of the United States or anyone else. And it's all about, when people say, I don't have time to do this, don't have time to do that, it's really that they don't have the priority to do that, because at the end of the day, we can't manage time. We can only manage activities and priorities. And so, yeah, if they don't have time to do something today, like I say, if you don't have time to, say, exercise and get healthy today, then you maybe have got time to be ill later on.
Yeah, because that don't wait for you, that don't.
Yeah.
If people are interested in time, Reza, a Funky Thinker number 65, said everybody gets 86,400 seconds a day.
Yeah.
And if you had that in pound notes or dollars or whatever, and at the end of the day you had to give it back, you'd spend it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was his take on that. So
I've done a video on that myself, that same topic. Yeah.
Good stuff. So I don't have time. I always found when I worked in corporate, people said I don't have time were the ones that I could always seem to be stood about gossiping. Yeah,
that's it. I mean, they say if you want something done, give it to a busy person.
Give it to a busy person, yeah. I've heard that one before,
It's true. And I've got a lot of friends who've got, like, obviously became parents, and they're like, I don't know where my time was going before I was a parent, because I must have been wasting so much time, because now I'm, like, super efficient, to get stuff done.
What's the best thing about your life?
The best thing about my life, that I'm still here to live it. I'm still here to hopefully make an impact, make a difference. We're not all fortunate. We've had issues in the past, obviously, like London 2005, 23 people, was it, or whoever lost their lives, they're not there. I've had a friend who's committed suicide at 27. He's not here. So the best thing about my life is that I'm still here to make a difference. No matter, sometimes, you have bad days, you have good days. So I think the best thing is that, I'm here.
Yeah. Quite often we look at the few people that are in front of us in our chosen industry, church, sport, mosque, whatever we go, and we think, I wish I could be like that guy. And we don't actually realise there's thousands, if not millions of guys behind us in worse circumstances, whatever they are.
Yeah, it's all relative at the end of the day. We live in this relative universe. So, you're behind compared to someone, you're way ahead compared to anyone else. If you're listening to this podcast, you're one of probably the richest people on the planet, so.
Yeah. How do you stay sane in the mad, crazy world that we live in?
Loads of ways. So I do the normal, well, I don't know if it's normal, but the usual things. So I meditate, I exercise a lot, I sleep a lot, I surround myself with people who are inspiring and positive. I don't get caught up in day-to-day gossip and media and all of that.
Good stuff. Yeah, I think that. Well, you say that's normal. That's not normal, mate. Because
no, it's not.
Everybody in the world can't be a funky thinker, right? Because I just ain't got time to do all the interviews. I ain't got time.
Yeah.
I ain't got time. You're listening to Funky Thinkers with Jonathon Senior and Harry Kalymnios, and we've been talking about light and productivity due to light and darkness and those sad winter lights, which stands for seasonal affective disorder. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Blackout windows, people that say don't have time, and also working out where we are in the thankfulness of the world in terms of people that are in front of us and people that are behind us and all that kind of stuff. You're stuck in a lift, and who would you want to be stuck in it with?
Oh, who would I want to be stuck in a lift with? One person or several people?
I don't know. It's a lift, right? It could be one person. It could be yourself.
Okay. I think I would be stuck in the lift with, I think JFK would be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
To be stuck in there. I think Socrates would be pretty interesting to be stuck in there.
Yeah.
And I'd probably say I've definitely got a soft spot for some, like either, well, let's have both. Jennifer, what's her name? Jessica Alba and Jennifer Lopez.
That'd be an interesting lift.
It would be an interesting lift, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to keep JFK away from the two girls, though.
Yeah, I don't know about much about it. Did he have a reputation in that respect? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Sometimes I kind of show my ignorance as far as American culture is concerned.
Yeah, they used to sneak in women for him. I don't know how Jackie Kennedy put up with it, but yeah.
Well, I'm still reading that book that I told somebody about the other day called Willful Blindness. And I've just got past the point where he's talking about the wives of mobsters and kind of big-time hoodlum criminals who just don't want to know what their husbands are doing. They go off playing with the boys, and the wives are just they just filter it out. They don't want to know.
Yeah.
But I'm still reading that. Which rock star or singer did you mime along to as a teenager?
Oh, I mean, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah, for sure. First album. I still mime along to, you know.
Yeah, well, I've said, mate, I don't do editing, so, you know, it's on and on now. Still Michael Jackson, what? Thriller, Bad?
My first album, I think, well, I mean, I love all, so Thriller is obviously up there. Bad, was it Off the Wall as well?
Yeah, that was on before. 1979.
79 or something like that, yeah. So, but my first album, I think, was Bad, if I remember correctly. But, yeah, I like those three the most. And, yeah, Dangerous is okay as well. But.
Yeah, I mean, that Off the Wall, that's like the definitive disco album as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I love it, yeah.
And Thriller, best album ever made, or one of.
Yeah. I think it might be the biggest selling one, and it's had like most number ones come from one album or something like that.
Yeah. All right. So 3 cookies just for fun. Phone call or text?
3. Sorry, what?
3 quickies just for fun.
Oh.
Phone call or text?
Depends what you're trying to get out of it, but I would say.
Good answer.
It really just depends. Yeah, I think phone call if you want something, because it's more unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't call anymore.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. But text, I mean,
text if you want to just say something, but you don't need necessarily.
Or an okay, or a it's fine.
Yeah.
Passenger or driver?
Again, I would say if I'm on a train, definitely a passenger. Yeah, because I can get stuff done.
Yeah. You haven't got a train driver's license.
Yeah. In a car, I prefer to be a driver. Although, to be honest, I've been driving since I was 17, and I've never owned a car.
Really?
Yeah, that's a bit of an unusual thing, considering I'm 40. So I've been driving for however many years that ends up being, 23 years. But I've lived in London most of that time, so I've never needed a car. Yeah. So I always cycle or I borrow cars, but I hate driving in cities and in London. I hate being stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
That's a waste of time.
I think in the next few years, things like ownership, somebody talking about this, like ownership of things, be kind of you pay all that money, and I mean most cars don't move anywhere for kind of 98.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so they're not doing the thing they're designed to do for 90+% of the time. And you think about that, it's ludicrous. And all the parked cars. So imagine if everyone was like sharing cars or car ownership, there'd be no cars ever parked. The roads would be wider.
Yeah.
You'd have all that. You'd have like 90% of the cars off the road, maybe. I don't know.
They take themselves back to the garage at night, self-driving.
Yeah. So I think the next generation won't even need licenses, those people being born today. Because I think there was a photo I saw, it was really interesting. It was like, I think it was a photo of like Wall Street or somewhere like that in 1910. I think I got this from like Peter Diamandis' talk or something, but and then again in like 1920 or 1925, and in the first picture it was all horses and carriages, and in the second picture it was all cars, and so it happened like in the space of 10 to 15 years, if that everything changed.
The like deflection point is quite a narrow one. So I think we might be, I think that might happen in the next 5 years, and then so it'll be another 10 years after that. This has cropped up before. Ira, Pastor, the science guy, we're talking about, the technology behind we've had self-driving planes for years and nobody bats an eye. Whereas people are really reluctant. The technology behind self-driving cars is already here. It's just the social perception. They're probably safer than a human driving a car. Yeah,
they would be. They would be. But it's still a bit weird.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Final quickie: red or blue?
Blue.
Blue. Any reason why? You don't have to say.
It's a warmer colour. Red is more about danger, so you do get the alert. But most of I'm wearing a blue top now. My logo for my company is blue.
Yeah, good stuff.
The sky is blue.
The sky is blue indeed today.
Sometimes it's red, I guess, but
sometimes it's red. Most of the time up here it's kind of grey and
it's blue today, so that's always good.
Good stuff. Harry Kalymnios, you are a funky thinker, and you are funky thinker number 95. So if you could get your tattoo ready and hold it up to the camera.
Yeah. There we go.
Take a screenshot. There you go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, he's done it. Good man. I'll just make sure I've got that. What's the best way to contact you and find out more about you and, get all your stuff?
I'm the Thought Gym, as in thinking, the Thought Gym, on all social media platforms. I release weekly YouTube videos. I'm quite active on Instagram. And if anyone wants to get a free video series on how to change habits, how to improve your mindset, and think, feel, and be superhuman, which is what I all talk about, just head to thethoughtgym.com, pop your name and email in there, and you can get like a series of free videos on changing habits, changing mindset, and we can connect further that way. So thethoughtgym.com. Fantastic.
Harry, thank you so much for being on, and you've been listening to Funky Thinkers with John Senior and Harry Kalymnios, and if you've made it to the end of this show, well done, and whatever the affirmative is on the platform you are listening to, give us a thumbs up, a tweet, a share, a like, or whatever, and we'll be back soon. Thanks so much, Harry.
Thank you.
Thank you, and take care.
Cheers, bye-bye.